Hello and happy Tuesday. I'm Laura Schweizer and we have so much to talk about today, from custom cars to empowering women. But first, Local on 2 loves a party, and these guys are celebrating. The Jefferson Street Sound Museum is dedicated to preserving the music and history of Jefferson Street. And soon, they're going to have this awesome new Jimi Hendrix event that you won't want to miss. Here to tell us all about it are historian David Piercy and founder and curator of the museum, Lorenzo Washington. Happy to have you back. Happy to have you on, sir.
Thank you. Nice.
Okay, so this event is called Jimi Hendrix from history's Jefferson Street to the world stage. Please explain why Nashville is so important to his legacy.
Well, Nashville is so important to Jimi Hendrix's legacy because this was a stepping stone. Nashville was a stepping stone for Jimi Hendrix. And he got two of his big breaks here in Nashville by learning more about the blues from my friend Johnny Jones here in Nashville.
So
he was well on his way by the time he got to Nashville, but he was on record saying, Nashville is where I really learned to play. Because all musicians are sponges.
Right.
So he was just taking in all these influences, and it showed later in the music he made later on.
Oh, I love to hear it. You know what's really cool? I know, Mr. Lorenzo, you saw him walking up and down Jefferson Street, but I want to know the purpose behind this event and what people can really expect when they go.
We're just going to look at his life, the path he took, the challenges that he faced, and how that all manifested itself in the music that he made later on.
Oh, wow. Lorenzo, I mean, you're the curator, founder of this museum. What are you excited about when it comes to showcasing this Jimi Hendrix exhibit, basically?
Yeah. Well, I'm excited that we have the exhibit at the Jefferson Street Sound Museum, first of all. And I'm excited that we'll have a place for Jimi Hendrix enthusiasts to come and hang out and to see the different exhibits that David will have on display at the museum. So it's going to be a fun time and a fun evening, and we want to see all of you to come out and join in the festivities, and we'll have a couple of surprises there also.
Oh, can you let me in on any of those surprises? Okay,
no,
all right. I do want to talk about these photos that we were just showcasing on your screen. They're pretty cool because he has a lot of stories that are woven into Nashville. So this one over here, explain. He is at, I believe we're looking at Printer's Alley.
That was in Printer's Alley.
Wow.
The club back then was called the Jolly Roger. When it closed in the late 90s, it was called the Captain's Table. And that was made about 1962. And the beauty of that is that stage and the intricate woodwork over the top and the restroom doors were saved by my friend, the late Joe Chambers. When they gutted that building to make it condos, he went down there and patted those guys' palms a little bit, and they loaded all that stuff in his truck. So that stage is one of two stages that he played that still exist in Nashville. And it's on display at the Musicians Hall of Fame.
Well, there we go. Okay, so I want to move over to the second photo. It's pretty cool. This was when Jimmy was at Fort Campbell.
Private Hendrix at Fort Campbell. He was in the 101st Airborne. He did a number of parachute jumps, and I was very lucky. I'm friends with his bass player and best friend Billy Cox, who's a legend in his own right. But we went to Fort Campbell in 1985, and we pulled up next to this building, Service Club number 1. And he said, I was running from the movies in the rain, ducked under that awning, and heard this guitar playing inside. And he said, I went in and introduced myself, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history, yes, as they say. What kind of, really quick, we've got about 45 seconds, but what kind of misconceptions are you trying to clear up with this museum, the Jefferson Street Sound Museum?
Well, Jefferson Street had a lot of different artists, a lot of different styles of music to come to Nashville, and it all ended up on Jefferson Street because we had so many clubs and eateries and different places for the artists and musicians to gather. And so that's one of the main reasons that we're doing the museum, because we want folk to know that it's not just country music in this city. Mm-hmm. It was also the blues and rock and roll, a little rock and roll, and R&B music in this city.
And it's more than just a street. There's so much rich culture and history there. Thank you both so much. I'm excited about this event.
Right.
I will see you there, everyone. Take in the music and take a look around. Learn all about Nashville's history at Jefferson Street Sound Museum, sound.com.